So here we're going to take a look at Jessica's snatch. So let's watch it first in regular motion. So I would prefer a little bit of a 3/4 angle for analysis, but we'll look at what we can look at here. From here I can see that her back is pretty tight. I would like to see that 3/4 angle so I can see where she is relative to, like, if she's over the bar or not. Okay, here she has a little bit longer legs, so she kind of pushes her knees out of the way. I'm okay with that, but let's look at this footwork. I'm not okay with, if we look at her feet, this is a lot of, if we see what's going on frame by frame here, she comes up, the weight shifts, and then she rotates her foot. Off the ground, I'm not sure where the foot pressure is. That foot pressure needs to stay a little more in the middle of the foot. We need not have this kind of rotation. A couple things we might try is we might have her, she seemed like that right foot want to rotate out a little bit, and so does the left foot. Maybe we need to start with them rotated out. She needs to be very aware. This is kind of like losing power and also creating her a little off balance. She needs to be aware of this when she does deadlifts and other pulls. She needs to be very flat, very focused on having that foot stay, that entire foot stay in contact with the ground. So that's something that I see that I'm not, that's something that needs to be fixed over time. She has a good extension. She has knee and hip extension once she gets there. I would like to see, so here, we got to do some experimentation. If I look at this, I see, okay, maybe her feet are too wide, so she's almost doing like a no-foot snatch. See this? So her feet are just trying to move to that position. So what I would recommend she do is narrow up her feet a little bit. See if she can narrow up her feet a little bit and see if she can keep them a little more flat-footed, because she doesn't really move her feet. So I believe this is not intended to be a no-foot snatch. So she should have a little more foot movement than that, and they should end a little wider. Well, let's take a look. So feet need to come in. We need to keep that foot pressure, not have that rotation. Also on here, we're going to take a look. She wanted me to review some of her RDLs. So on RDLs, the focus is we pick the bar up, we get our chest up, we get set, we get tight. And what I want you to do is on RDLs, your knees are soft. So as you lower, the knees are soft, and then you hinge the hips backward like this. This is pretty good. So I would comment, okay, this is pretty good hip hinge. We got to make sure the weight is on the middle of the foot. I'm not sure where the weight is. Some people have a tendency to drift the weight a little bit too much on the heels on RDLs, and that makes it easier. So the weight should be more on that middle of the foot or balls of the foot. Now here's what she goes all the way down. I only want the athletes to go down to the point in which they feel the stretch of the hamstring. So once the hamstring stretch, I think here's a little bit better stopping point. Once you kind of reach that, because now I want to see the hip hinge, stretch hamstring, pause, then you squeeze your glutes and you tighten your hamstrings and you come back up. So I think she's going down a little too far, and she needs to focus on kind of getting that hinge and feeling that stretch in the hamstrings more there, and keeping that weight on the middle of the foot. So there's a quick analysis of Jeff's videos.